Don't follow the crowd, let the crowd follow you, by Margaret Thatcher. A very good afternoon to our guest for the day, our MD Dr. Jay Singh, all faculty members and students of IIEBM. I, Jayesh Tripathi, welcome you all to this session of the pre-induction program of batch 2325. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our guest, Mr. Piyush Bhalgat. Sir, may I have a permission to proceed? Thank you, sir. Sir is an alumnus of the prestigious St. Vincent's High School, Pune, post which he did his Bachelor's of Commerce from the Brihan Maharashtra College of Commerce, BMCC, Pune. After working for 2 years in the construction industry, he went to the United Kingdom to pursue his Master's in Finance from Middlesex University, as well as understand the latest construction techniques used there. Since returning to India, he has completed 11 plus projects, commercial and residential, in Pune, Mumbai and Aurangabad, and have many ongoing projects. Mr. Bhalgat established a startup Green Ore in 2015, which supplies ground granulated blast furnace slag to the construction industry in Pune. Ground granulated blast furnace slag is a monopoly product and has a lot of demand. He has diversified into the petroleum industry in 2022 with their first retail outlet, DC Petroleum with Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited at Chakan Industrial Area. His outlet was rewarded as the best petrol pump in the year 2022 and has been awarded for their efforts in keeping the cleanest washrooms in 2023. Within just a year of its inception, DC Petroleum was made member of the Pune District Advisory Council for Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and is one amongst the 25 distinct outlets to head the association for Pune district. He is also a keen football player and a gym enthusiast. He is very fond of dogs and has kept 3 Indus at his residence. And he is also a member of the IIEBM Advisory Committee. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Piyush Bhalgat.
So I'll straight get to the point. You guys look amazing. My God. So I hope you all don't sleep when I'm talking. So when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Because if opportunity doesn't knock, you build a door. Now this is what you all must have expected me to say. But all excellent words, but they belong in the books. What I'm going to say is that it's fine if you screw up. It's even more awesome to not know what to do. I didn't. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy. Sometimes even very scary. But sometimes I've learned over these years is that if you have a good heart inside you and you always have faith in you, then you'll handle anything life throws at you. Take me for example. From the outside it may look all good, grand. I graduated from BMCC, went to UK, did my Masters in Finance, Construction Techniques, etc. Worked in banks like HSBC, Goldman Sachs, then again went to Hong Kong, came up with a foreign exchange company there. I did a lot of things. After that I came back, did almost 15 plus projects in and around Pune, Bombay, Aurangabad, everywhere. And I now own and manage DC Petroleum. In between I started a startup also called Green Ore, which he just mentioned. And Green Ore was again a turning point in my life. Because I'll maybe come back to it again. I'll tell you how Green Ore started. It was just over a conversation. So I did all of that, and obviously you must be having your own idols and role models. I didn't know about them, I don't know about them, but you know what really clicks for me? It's not what I've got and where I've reached. It's how I got there, my unique twisted road. Even if you or some of you have goals and this entire plan chalked out for your future, you're going to have to figure out your own path to take. Though the planning certainly makes you the favorite kid at home. सबसे अच्छा बच्चा, ये सब plan कर चुका है, ऐसा करना है, वैसा करना है, and all of that. You all are adults now and perhaps more informed than any one of us who are at your age. You'll definitely do the best at whatever you choose to do. But for those who want to take the plunge into entrepreneurship like me, Just trust your gut. It will never lead you astray. There is no required size to your start. Just start, whether you have 5 rupees, 10 rupees, or 20 lakh rupees. Whatever, just start. There'll be a lot of ups and downs, each teaching you to be better. I would never have reached where I am today without the countless failures I've had. Treat every setback like a comeback. And that honestly I've learned from Jay also. So, and before you decide what you want to do, know what you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you should like who you see in the mirror every day. Doctor, lawyer, be whatever tag you want, engineer, businessman, politician. सबको end में पैसा कमाना है, सबको. Do whatever you like. Be true to yourselves. Have a family to love and care for. And at the risk of sounding like a cliche, excellence के पीछे भागो. Excellence के. Success झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी. ये डायलॉग किसी को मालूम नहीं रहेगा तो जाके डूब मरो. You cannot describe or define success or how much money you need or want, because needs and wants will keep increasing as you grow bigger and bigger. You need to know what exactly makes you happy, keeps you happy. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. Business is in my blood. जिसको भी देखता हूँ, जो भी देखता हूँ, उसमें बिजनेस देखता हूँ पहले. इसको धंधे में कैसे बनाऊँ, इसके साथ धंधा कैसे करूँ, इसको क्या करूँ, इसको ट्रेड करूँ, इसको मैन्युफैक्चर करूँ, ये नई आइडिया है, इसको कैसे मैं इम्प्लीमेंट करूँ. इट्स ऑल इन देयर. It's in my blood actually, yeah. I see it in everything. I did FX, foreign exchange, then I built a construction company, then I built a petrol pump. Uske pehle I did green ore. I want to build many more pumps. Keep working on newer ideas. Don't lead a typical monotonous. Yeah, this is very important. I want to tell every one of you all, discuss. Because we all think, chalo, we've come to IIBM, degree lenge, then we'll take a placement, do a job. Very typical monotonous life. Don't do that. Build something by yourself. Honestly, I'll tell you, believe me, it's a different high. When I did my first project in construction, and I actually went inside the ditch to measure the footings, the columns, everything. It was a very, very difficult thing for me. But then when I saw that 11 floors tower right in front of me, it was a different feeling. Now this is something I built. You can build different things. You can build a building, or you can build a small startup or an idea. The smallest of things, like a button or anything, whatever you think right and will fit in the right market, you can build it. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the most important thing I want to tell you all, because y'all are a new batch. Y'all are just going to enter IIBM, or say for example any institution. You all have to have fun for sure, but not at the risk of your careers, because these 2 years, 4 years, 3 years, whatever, are going to be very important. See, the fun part is going to be a break for y'all, but it's very important that y'all focus on what y'all have come here for. Y'all have come to Pune from different places in India for your education. That education, I'll tell you, is very important. I'll give you a small example. I did my graduation, my BCom. It's BCom आजकल सबके हिसाब से it's a very simple thing, normal है, कोई भी BCom हो जाता है. ज़्यादा मार्क्स नहीं आए, चलो BCom कर लेते. I 11th, 12th, first year, second year, third year, 5 years I had to study costing, statistics, accounts, everything. I was all focused on going out with my friends, doing time pass, I was all about, having fun. What happened? When I went to UK, I had statistics. The first semester was a nightmare. Total nightmare, believe me. Matlab, raat din, I remember there was a South Indian person, there was a guy, a friend. He taught me statistics. और तब जाके कहीं मैं second semester में statistics में pass हो पाया. Now, I'll tell you what my experience was in UK. I felt like if ever I would have taken graduation seriously, cakewalk hota tha. Masters would have been a cakewalk. So I would suggest that you all really focus on what you're doing. Try focusing on understanding the subjects. You know, whatever you're studying, understand it. नहीं समझा टीचर को पूछो, ask whoever, but समझो उसको कि ये किस लिए इकोनॉमिक्स है. You know, a lot of times we feel इकोनॉमिक्स है, इसको मग करना है, थियोरी है, इसको मग करना है, इसको छापना है पेपर पे अपन ने. But that it's not actually like that. You know, there are demand, supply, ye, wo, blah blah blah. Everything has a reason, has a logic. So understand that logic. This logic will help you definitely after you graduate. Because you know, why I'm sharing these experiences is because the place I am at right now, I would have been 10 years ago. Imagine 10 years ago. Because of lack of understanding, we had to work, slog our asses in the market. दुनियादारी सीखनी पड़ी, काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें सीखनी पड़ी, अकाउंट सीखना पड़ा, जो is very easily available and we all are paying for it. But तब नहीं करना है, बाद में जाके करना है. Don't do that mistake. Do it right there and then, so that later on it's easy for you to understand. So now I'm going to tell you a story. This story is of a boy. It's a true story, okay? Listen to it carefully. Hello, wake up. Good morning. Yo, the girls. Wake up. Look up. Don't look down. So this boy went abroad and finished his education, you know, chamak dhamak, everything, and did pretty well. Came back to India thinking that his father is a very big man with a lot of land that he can just take over and start building a new empire. But no, baap bada aadmi tha. So he started with his first project. Plan pass कर लिया, सब कर लिया, कॉर्पोरेशन में जाके पैसे दे दिए, सब कर लिया, तो इन्वेस्टमेंट भी कर लिया. And suddenly his father, so can I be a little casual? बाप ने बोला कि ये तो मेरी जगह है, जगह के पैसे कहाँ हैं? Give me the money. Have you bought the land? बेटे को पूछा, तो बेटा बेचारा बोला कि what money, dad? This is our land. You know, innocently he asked, this is our land, right? What money are you talking about? ये मैं खरीद कैसे सकता हूँ, ये तो मेरी घर की ज़मीन है. So the father said, no beta, this is my land and you have to pay me today's market value of the land. Can you believe this? बच्चे पे क्या बीती रहेगी? This is a true story. It has actually happened. The father told the son, आज के रेट में मेरे को पैसा चाहिए, तेरे को बिल्ड करना है, तेरे को उधर जो करना है तुम करो, नो प्रॉब्लम, पैसा कमाओ, मेरे को ज़मीन का पैसा आज ला के दो. The boy was completely shattered, shocked. Yeah, and the father insisted, if you want to build, you better buy the land and build. तो बेटा बेचारा सोचता रहा, but he had no choice because he had already invested little and he wanted to build. Now every time he wanted to build, he had to pay him the market rate of that land and then build. So the son cursed him, गालियाँ दी, you know, काफ़ी साल तक गालियाँ देते रहा कि यार ये क्या है, ऐसा कैसा बाप है? How can your father do that? Can your father do that? He should. He actually should. I'll tell you why later. तो बहुत गालियाँ दी उनको. But after some days, after the end of a couple of years, the son became a cutthroat businessman. Cutthroat. बाप ने लिया दिया हिसाब, सब हिसाब, whatever, घर में रहो, बाहर रहो, दोस्त रहो, सब हिसाब में. Now this is what his father wanted him to be. अब आप guess कर लो वो बेटा कौन था? Yes. And today, when I started my first petrol pump, I bought the land from him. 10,000 square feet I wanted. सारा सैंक्शन हो गया, सारा हो गया. आफ्टर दैट आई पेड हिम द मार्केट वैल्यू, रादर 200 रुपया ज़्यादा ही दिया स्क्वायर फुट के पीछे. एंड आई बॉट दैट लैंड एंड आई स्टार्ट माई पेट्रोल पम्प. बट आई टेल यू, आफ्टर आई कस्ट हिम, यू नो, पहले about 4 to 5 years till my first, I'll tell you, 4th or 5th project I cursed him. उसके बाद I realized साला अब मेरे को किसी की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. I don't need anyone. I need to put down my own finances. It's okay. I need to take a loan. I can do it. I need to do borrowings. I can do it. जहाँ से भी I can raise my own funds. I can do it independently. That is what he wanted. He wanted to make me independent. बंदा बनाना चाहते थे. Now over all these years, you know, see, business is in my blood. Doesn't mean that it's always been there. School se I haven't been a businessman. I could have worked anywhere. मेरी job जो Goldman Sachs में थी, Canary Wharf में in London, it was outstanding. The place Canary Wharf, if you search in London, it is the dream place for any finance graduate or management graduate to work. Dream. I was working there in HSBC as assistant manager. Goldman Sachs also I was an assistant manager. I'll tell you, I would just love the place I was in. But I came back. You know why I came back? I had a friend, Jai sir, you also remember, listen to this. I had a friend, he was from Bihar, very sweet person. He told me, Piyush, you should go graduate from London, you should do your this thing. तो मैंने कहा ठीक है, यहाँ इंडिया में इतने अच्छे colleges हैं. So I did that. But then I came back. On his words only, he said, you come back here, you start your own business, however small or big it is, it doesn't matter. You start your own business. Now that time I had my father's land. I thought उधर से मैं आऊँगा, बढ़िया जगह है हमारे पास, कंस्ट्रक्शन चालू करूँगा and I'll earn a lot of money. पता क्या था, वहाँ सब छोड़ के यहाँ पे आऊँगा तो बाप पैसा मांगेगा जगह का. So what I'm trying to tell you all is that you know, start getting street smart and start building your own ideas. Whatever idea it is, don't think that यार I've come for graduation और मैं ये ideas के पीछे भाग रहा हूँ. Don't lose the balance. Don't lose the focus on your studies. That's very important because that will excel. That will make you excel in your lives. उसके साथ उसके बाद आपके पास जो idea है, try to implement it. Come to Jai sir, come to me. I want after 2 years or after a year or after 1 month or after 6 months, whenever you guys have any ideas कि इससे धंधा बन सकता है, you come to Jai sir or you come to me. You come to Jai sir, we'll be there. We'll assess, we'll understand, ठीक है ये आइडिया है, इसको फाइनेंशियली वायबल है कि नहीं, इसको ठीक कर सकते हैं कि नहीं, इसको इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं कि नहीं. You will build your own empires. Today we don't have 200 years to build an empire like the Ambanis did or the Birlas did. All we have is ourselves and our friends. Partnerships are always good. You will always remember, you will always grow in good teams. Make sure you have your responsibilities in the team members set. You will do this job, you have this responsibility, आपकी ड्यूटी है, करो. उसमें मैं इंटरफेयर नहीं करूँगा, आप मेरे इसमें इंटरफेयर नहीं करोगे. Good teams will make good businesses. Always remember that. I think that's that. So please, best of luck guys, and really do well. And I hope my experience helps you all. Oh yeah. Any questions you all have? I'm right here. Yes, please. What's your name? I approach risk taking. Very good question. बड़ा technical question है. How do I approach risk taking? I judge. Okay, I judge. Now, for example, do you have an example in your mind? Any business, any idea? What? हाँ, बताओ. Be loud. शर्माओ मत. आपका स्टार्टअप फेल हो गया तो 100% नेक्स्ट वाला कामयाब होगा?
एक्चुअली सर फेल नहीं हुआ था।
वेरी गुड।
4 मंथ में मैंने करीब करीब 1,20,000 का रेवेन्यू किया था, जिसमें मेरा 60 to 70% ये था, प्रॉफिट था।
60 to 70?
यस सर।
भैया आप इधर आओ। Wow, very good. Tell me more about it.
But sir, after that my parents are insisted me for preparing for government exams. So
Okay.
yes, so I joined coaching classes.
Okay.
After that, I am inclined towards corporate sector.
Okay.
So I joined IIEBM.
Good.
Yes sir.
Good.
But startup जब मेरा चालू था,
हाँ.
तब मेरे साथ काम करने वाला कोई नहीं था सर।
नो प्रॉब्लम, ऐसे ही होता है।
यस सर, प्रोडक्ट
कोई साथ नहीं
मैं ही
देता।
बनाता था।
हाँ.
मार्केटिंग भी मैं ही करता था।
Okay.
लोगों के पास भी मैं ही जाता था।
ओके,
यस सर।
वही करना पड़ता है।
यस,
एग्जैक्टली राइट पाथ पे हो आप।
यस सर।
कुछ भी गलत नहीं किया आपने,
राइट सर।
और पेरेंट्स ने जो बोला वो भी बराबर था। अब आप इसको बैलेंस कैसे करोगे?
राइट सर।
And then we'll come to your question is, how do you understand what are the risks in your XYZ product, which we can talk in front of everyone or we can talk in person later, whatever you're comfortable. Do you want to tell me about what your startup was all about?
Sir, my startup is about organic soaps.
Okay.
यस सर। उसमें एक भी चीज़ ऐसी नहीं थी कि उसमें केमिकल हो।
Okay.
सोप बेस से लेकर हर एक इंग्रेडिएंट एक नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट था मेरा।
स्टैंडर्डाइज किया था आपने?
स्टैंडर्डाइज सर,
उसका जो रेसिपी है,
हाँ सर।
सोप में देर आर से एक 10-20 इंग्रेडिएंट्स, ठीक है? वो हर 10 फॉर एग्जांपल हर
yes,
इंग्रेडिएंट
quantity.
उसको स्टैंडर्डाइज किया था आपने?
यस सर, यस
ओके,
सर।
ब्रिलियंट।
स्टैंडर्डाइज भी किया था सर।
हाँ.
और एक मेरा एक पॉइंट ऐसा था कि जो प्राइस, सोप्स के जो प्राइस थे, हर एक सोप का वेट अलग अलग था।
ओके.
चिल्ड्रन के लिए अलग सोप था,
हाँ,
छोटे सोप्स थे
right.
अलग अलग फिगर्स के,
वेरी गुड।
और बड़ों के लिए अलग थे।
माय गॉड जय सर, सच लवली थॉट प्रोसेस। ओके, हाँ, गो ऑन।
और प्राइस मेरा मतलब मैं प्राइस इस हिसाब से रखता था कि वेट के हिसाब से रखता था सर।
ओके.
लाइक अगर 100 ग्राम्स का अगर सोप है, तो इंटू 1 मतलब 1 रुपये के पीछे मेरा स्टार्टिंग मोटिव था कि 1.30 मतलब 30 पैसे प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए सर।
तो 30%, बट आफ्टर योर एक्सपेंसेस एंड ऑल, मतलब
यस सर, यस।
मतलब आपके जो रॉ मटेरियल है उसको
इंक्लूडेड,
और आपका जाना आना सब घर
Yes,
में
sir.
ये
Yes,
वो
sir.
सब खत्म
Yes,
करके 30 पैसे।
यस सर।
ओके,
1 रुपये के पीछे।
1 रुपये के पीछे।
Yes.
वेरी
और
गुड।
बाद में उसका मैंने करीब करीब मतलब अगर 100 ग्राम्स का ये होगा तो अराउंड 150 रुपीज़ का वो मैं बेचता था सर।
ओके,
यस।
तो इसके पीछे आपने रिसर्च क्या की? फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कुछ ये फीडबैक्स लिए लोगों से?
हाँ सर।
सैंपल्स दिए?
हाँ सर।
सब लिए?
यस सर।
देन व्हाट हैज स्टॉप्ड यू?
सर एक्चुअली मेरे घर वाले नहीं चाह रहे, माय पेरेंट्स आर नॉट अलाउइंग मी टू डू अ स्टार्टअप।
नो वन इन दिस लाइफ, इन दिस वर्ल्ड कैन स्टॉप यू फ्रॉम डूइंग एनीथिंग। एक तो ये बात, यू
Right, sir.
राइट इट डाउन फ्रॉम मी। नो वन, okay, not even God. No one can stop you. If you want to do it, you have to balance it.
Right, sir.
Ab, see, we are Indians, we respect our families, okay, so and we also understand that our families always will, out of their experience, impose certain things on us, so we have to follow them. But you know what makes us the best businessmen? Because under this pressure also we will do the things which we want.
Right, sir.
दोस्तों के साथ बाहर जाते हो कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
मॉम नहीं चाहती है रात को लेट आए, फिर भी जाते हो।
Right,
खिड़की से जाते हो, यहाँ से जाते हो, वहाँ से जाते हो ना। सो यू मेक श्योर यू डू व्हाट यू वांट टू। तो ये क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो?
नहीं सर, फिर से स्टार्टअप
100% you should start.
कुछ दिन पहले
But-
मुझे
But very importantly, right now that startup is going to this unique course you've come here to do is going to boost your understanding about how you want to build and how you want to take your startup to the next level.
Right.
It's a brilliant startup. Soaps are something we use every day. See guys, such ideas, बहुत सिंपल आइडिया है, पर हम ऐसे बैठेंगे ना, सोचेंगे ये हिमालय का सोप, ये वो सोप, वी वोंट इवन थिंक अबाउट इट एज बिजनेसमैन, वी वोंट इवन थिंक, बट ब्यूटीफुल रोज लगता है, सबको लगता है. कौन इधर है जो सोप नहीं यूज़ करता, उसको पहले बाहर निकालो. सबको सोप लगता है. सो सच अ लवली आइडिया, रेगुलरली यूज होने वाली आइटम इसने बनाई है, रियली गुड. तो यू डोंट फॉल बैक ऑन इट. आपको उसका रिस्क का क्या प्रॉब्लम है, क्या है, एवरीथिंग वी डिस्कस.
कुछ दिन पहले ही सर 60,000 का मुझे ऑर्डर भी मिला है.
सुपर्ब.
Yes,
You have someone who is going to make it?
yes sir.
Who?
There are some friends of mine.
Friends?
Yes.
क्या दे रहे हो उनको?
जो रेवेन्यू आएगा उसमें से कुछ परसेंट.
कुछ परसेंट?
हाँ. Yes.
अरे why percent immediately? इतना immediately dilute कर रहे हो स्टेक?
सर सिर्फ इसी ऑर्डर के लिए. Because,
हाँ, good.
टाइम स्पेंड
Very good. Lovely.
Yes sir.
Good. Nice. So that is what I'm talking about. This is a businessman. Immediately dilute नहीं कर रहे हो स्टेक. See, understand, think about the smallest of your venture as a big business. Okay? Talk about it like a businessman. Learn the jargons. Learn what debt is. Learn what equity is. You cannot dilute equity so quickly. So you're doing it for that particular order. Very good. Later on start employing people. Skillful laborers. बैठो उधर मेरे गांव में या पूना में या कहीं भी, wherever you have cheap labor, employ them. Make sure they make those soaps well.
Yes sir.
डाई हो या जो कुछ हो, आपका फ्लेवर कहाँ से प्रोक्योर कर रहे हो, बोलो मेरे को. इंडिया में एक जगह है जहाँ से फ्लेवर पूरी वर्ल्ड में जाता है. आई एम श्योर यू विल बी नोइंग.
No sir, actually
Now-
I am bought all the flavors and all
Locally.
wholesale market.
So I'll
Because
tell you the most important thing in any business is purchase. आप रॉ मटेरियल्स आपका प्रोक्योर कहाँ करते हो?
Right.
I wouldn't boast about it, but I am the best at purchases. Best. मतलब मार डालता हूँ मैं सामने वाले को. ऐसा परचेस करो और वो जगह आके मेरे को आज नहीं 2 दिन के बाद 3 दिन के बाद बताओ जहाँ पे ओरिजिनेट होता है इंडिया में फ्लेवर्स, इसेंसेस. You have to tell me. It is the smallest place on earth. You go there, that town is smelling stinking. But that town is one town which exports all the flavors and essences in the world.
Okay.
And your essences will also come from that. But you have to tell me that.
Okay sir. Sure. Yes.
Good, brilliant. Let's have a round of applause for
Thank you sir.
ये बढ़िया किया आपने, डाइल्यूट नहीं की इक्विटी. Anyone else? Yeah, come on.
Jain sir, my name is
Jain.
Karishma Raghuvanshi. I am from Siuni, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
So my question is that like everyone talks about failures and all, like how to get rid of failures, how to accept it and move on. So I want to know that when you achieve something so big in your life, how do you manage yourself with that calmness and with that grace? How do you manage yourself with when you achieve success in your life?
Awesome question. Yeah, your question is done.
Yes sir.
It's a very simple funda.
Yes sir.
बहुत simple funda. कुछ भी हो जाए, you never forget where you started from. रास्ते पे चलो, हवे में नहीं. You know, if you keep thinking about this principle, I was not like that. I was extremely arrogant. मतलब बू आती थी arrogance की मेरे से. When I was abroad, उसके पहले when I was in college. But then later on when I went to London, you know, I was no one there. I was no one. London, be it Pune, be it Bombay, I was no one. So I realized that, boss, hello, you are no different. मराठी ज्यांना समजतं, हत्तीच्या कानातनं नाही आलाय तुम्ही. म्हणजे in Hindi, you haven't originated from the elephant's ear, that you will be someone different. So always remember this, be humble, humility, gratitude. ये 2-3 चीज़ें आप में भर के होनी चाहिए. I'll tell you, you will easily get your access anywhere in this world, anywhere. Like in the morning, I'll tell you, I had a meeting, an example right in front of me. I had to go into a very big politician's office. Now I am a builder, I am XYZ, whoever. मेरे घर पे. I went inside with so much humility. I explained to him what my issue was. That person just immediately picked up the phone. He called whoever XYZ person. He told him that this person is so humble, he cannot break the law. You, whatever you want to, you make sure he is comforted. Simple 5 minutes meeting. Humility and gratitude अगर आप में रहे ना, तो nothing, कुछ भी कोई भी बोल नहीं सकता है. No one can point a finger at you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yes, some more please. Yes.
Jain sir, my
Jai
name
Hind.
is Kshama Dubey, and my question is, as an entrepreneur, you must have faced many challenges in your life. So I wanted to know
Tell me
that.
about it.
Yes, sir.
Go on.
So I wanted to know that what do you find most challenging things about being an entrepreneur?
Most challenging?
Yes, sir.
Raising funds. कोई नहीं देता पैसा. कोई नहीं.
So how you did that?
भीख मांग के. You have to beg.
So we should consider this as a skill.
But beg in a very sophisticated way.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So you, if I have to ask you to raise, for example, if I have to borrow about a crore of rupees from you, you will never understand that I am asking you to lend me 1 crore. You have to be that smart. Can I have some water? Pani? Yeah?
Yes, sir. So we should consider this as a skill.
Exactly. Everything in business is a skill. Thank you. Everything in business, raising funds, okay, first importantly making a model, structure, a flow chart. ये मेरा business idea है, इसको मेरे को धंधा बनाना है, ये मेरे को पैसा दिलाएगा नहीं दिलाएगा. Very importantly, basic question. ये पानी मैं बेच रहा हूँ, ये पानी सब बेचते हैं, मैं अलग क्या बेच रहा हूँ? What am I doing? So how and how will I make sure that I earn money out of it? ये पानी आप पी के आप फर्स्ट आओगे. कुछ तो कोई तो धासु पंचलाइन देना पड़ेगा. Yeah, because otherwise how will you sell water? I mean, you will have to think. You have to raise money. You will have to beg. Banks, you will have to beg. You will have to come to me. You will have to go to VCs. You will have to go to a lot of people. But first, you will have to put down your own capital. And capital in terms of not only money, but a lot of hard work, research. A lot of hard work. And I'll tell you one thing, these days, give me a minute, please. These days, we are used to getting, quickly starting something, but getting tired very quickly. बस यार अब और इसको कैसे क्या करूं? How do I do it? छोड़ दो, I think this is not going to work. छोड़ दिया. Don't do that. I'll tell you couple of biggest mistakes in my life. You must have heard about these new apps. Okay, पैसे देते हैं. They lend you money on your salary slips. Yeah, there are many apps like that. कुछ bogus रहते हैं, some genuine ones. I'll tell you, this was my idea I was working on a long time ago. Long time. And I said, यार ऐसा वैसा, इतना ज़्यादा planning, इतना सोचा, डर गया, छोड़ दिया. How big is it, that industry today? How big? I mean, I feel like an idiot. Even if that time it would have failed, I would have made sure it makes money, because it is the easiest form of money any working employee can get. There are a couple of conditions to it. You have to make sure you pay on time, blah blah blah, नहीं तो काफी interest लगता है. But it is an outstanding idea which I just left. And these are live examples I'm giving you. I recently was talking to the same friend in Chennai. He's also another brain, and I was telling him, and Harish was telling me, Piyush, you were an idiot. I said, yes, I was. Why didn't you pursue it? I said, I didn't. So don't quickly get down, get bogged down with small failures. I'll tell you, and even if your idea doesn't succeed, आपके पैसे भी चले जाए, doesn't mean that you are a failure. Please, very important is the confidence in you. आज for example, I might face some loss, some failure. कॉन्फिडेंस इतना होना चाहिए ना कि सामने वाला सोचे साला ये क्या, ये 10-50 करोड़ बना के आया अभी. That is very important. Confidence. Any more? Come.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Shubhangi Kumari and I am from Kutch, Gujarat.
Gujarati? તમે ગુજરાતી છો?
No, I am not Bihar ki hu, sir.
No, right.
Sir, my question is like earlier you mentioned like you have that business mindset, and I don't have that business mindset. I always think about like getting a job and settle down. So what's that one click you think about like I can become an entrepreneur in the future?
It's a very simple thing. Just go online, Google, okay? You will see what a person who works somewhere makes as a living and who works for himself makes as a living. Very simple. मतलब ऐसा कोई क्लिक नहीं है. It's a simple thing. How much greed do you have in you? जैसा वो कोई कौन सा मूवी था, some I think आमिर खान का मूवी था, 3 Idiots or some movie. How desperate are you? If you're happy with a 40,000 60,000 salary coming at home and उसमें से 4 EMIs गए, मेरे पास 10,000 बचे, बस खत्म. Do you want to have a line drawn in your life कि आप कल आपकी फैमिली को या खुद को, फॉर एग्जांपल you buy a small car, इसका EMI गया, घर लिया, इसका EMI गया, बस I can't do anything. Do you want to be that person or do you want to be the person ये गाड़ी ली, ये घर भी लिया, इसके बाद और गाड़ी ली, या फिर मेरे मॉम डैड के लिए कुछ किया, उनके लिए एक लेगेसी बनाई? Do you want to be that kid? So it is very important for you to understand yourself. आज हम लोग यहाँ स्टडी करके हमको प्लेसमेंट तो कोई भी दे देंगे. जय सर का कॉलेज ऐसा है कि 100% यू विल गेट अ प्लेसमेंट. उसमें कोई आपको कुछ अलग नहीं करना. यू डोंट हैव टू डू एनीथिंग डिफरेंट. उसमें कोई मज़ा भी नहीं है. जो मज़ा क्रिएटिंग समथिंग बाय योरसेल्फ, वो हाई उसमें जिसमें है ना, वो जॉब करने में नहीं है. जॉब मैंने भी कर ली. HSBC के रीजनल मैनेजर को मैंने कहा कि सर प्लीज़ डोंट फोर्स मी. My targets were 75 lakhs. I used to give them 5.5 crores per month business. Then I realized, what am I doing? This is not, I can't work under someone. So I changed. I said, no, I have to do something by myself. So that is very important for you to understand by yourself. कि यार अपने को कहाँ, where do I see myself? 5 years down the line. Yeah, of course you can work. You should work. You know why you should work for a year or 2 or whatever, because you also need to balance your life, right? Immediately अगर कॉलेज ग्रेजुएट होके आप जो पैसे हैं वो लगा के आप कुछ स्टार्टअप कर ले चालू, and then if you have nothing to fall back on, that's also very risky. So that's why I said balance yourself. वो balance कहाँ होना है, कैसे होना है, that you have to decide. So you can work, but you work and make sure that your end game is that you want to do something by yourself. कुछ खुद का करना है. जब आप रट लगा के again and again you think about that, then you will end up doing something by yourself 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, later on, or maybe in a year also. But you have to run behind it. Run like you're desperate. Very important.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Yes. Louder. अरे MP के हो, जोर से बात करो. Yeah, of course.
Jain sir, my name is Akshit Trivedi. I am from MP, Indore. Sir, my question is that as a startup, you might be facing a lot of threats. One among that is your competitor. So how did you manage to survive to the competition, the competitors?
कोई ना कोई
To beat
USP
them.
होनी चाहिए. You have to have some USP. Now I'll tell you, very good question. I'll give you a latest example. I started this new venture and I diversified into petroleum industry. So this was 1.5, 2 years ago. I started the first petrol pump in Chakan. Now petrol तो हर everywhere you get petrol pump. उसमें क्या अलग है? I'll tell you, believe me, all the 6 executive directors, the top brass, who sits in Nariman Point, Mittal Chambers, had come to visit my pump. You know why? अब मैंने कहा इसमें क्या मैं अलग करूं? पेट्रोल डीजल बेचना है, उसमें अलग क्या करूं? Then what I thought, that there is one thing where we go, every petrol pump, every station we go, the toilets are dirty, barring very few where the toilets are clean. Now I was in Chakan and I said I have to make sure that my toilets are cleaner than the toilets I have at home. So what I did, I made sure I make the toilets clean as hell. ऐसा बनाया मेरे toilets को that people who don't come to fill fuel from outside, वहाँ रहते आजू बाजू रहते लोग, they come and use my washroom. I'm like, use करो, use the washroom, no problem, bindas, free of cost. I have kept a housekeeping staff. One staff, subah, sham, dopahr, they have to clean the toilets. And believe me, I'm going to say this, believe me, the executive directors came to see and meet that person who cleans the toilet if the toilet is not clean. काम में कोई शर्म नहीं, अपने काम में कोई शर्म नहीं. That is one very important thing all of you all should remember. It doesn't matter, that's my work. If I don't do that, then my housekeeping staff, my manager, my DSMs, no one will do that. So I used to make sure that the toilets are clean. 4 बार नहीं 10 बार पूरा टॉयलेट, गंदा टॉयलेट धो के दिखाया मैंने. That time I will not think. So those executive directors, including Mr. Rao, all of them had come to the pump to meet me, thinking that ये पागल कौन है, ये सनकी कौन है, ये टॉयलेट्स भी क्लीन करता है, कौन गधा डीलर टॉयलेट्स क्लीन करता है. Understood? So that's very important. That was my USP. बस my sale automatically improved. मैं ट्रक ड्राइवर्स के लिए सोने के लिए बनाया, उनके नहाने के लिए, उनके धोने के लिए जगह बनाई. ट्रक ड्राइवर्स की लाइन लग गई. कोई पंप पे ये सुविधा नहीं, कोई पंप पे. सब पंप पे गिफ्ट्स देते हैं, बॉटल्स देते हैं, चद्दर देते हैं. तो यू आर स्पेंडिंग. सो दिस अगेन, सो यू आर स्पेंडिंग टू अर्न रेवेन्यू. दैट्स द मोस्ट स्टूपिड फाइनेंशियल मॉडल. you are earning 2 rupees, वो 2 रुपए में से 50 पैसे आप स्पेंड कर रहे हो आपको रेवेन्यू लाने के लिए. स्टूपिड थिंग. Instead, you give them services. One time investment, you give them services. You don't eat out of your own profits. And I still don't do it. If I start another model, financial model, which is a very risky model, that is simply known as credit. If I start a credit line, my sale per day will increase by 2-fold. But that is again eating out of my revenue. मैं क्रेडिट 15 दिन का देता हूँ, मेरा 25 पैसे 15 पैसे का नुकसान होता है ब्याज के पीछे. दैट इज इंटरेस्ट. सो आई कैन नॉट बेयर दैट बिकॉज माई मार्जिन इज वेरी स्मॉल. इट्स नॉट 10-20%, वेरी स्मॉल, 2%. सो हाँ जी.
Jain sir, I am Vikas Rajput from Bhopal, and it is my personally question that is in future petrol pump is profitable or not? Because in 2019 my father also want to open a petrol tank, but due to the electricals by motor sales coming up, so my father didn't take a risk.
So my first question, where is your father's land?
Sir, it bypass.
Which city?
Bhopal.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Are you all with me? Yes, He asked me a question. His father wants to open a petrol pump 2019 में. The first thought that came into my mind, इसको मैं business धंधा कैसे बनाऊं? That's why I asked him where his land was. I can sit here and control his pump there. That is the expertise I'm talking about. Of course, I wouldn't want to do that. You should do that yourself, or your father should do it. But that's what I'm talking about. मेरे धंधे का बंदा है, जगह है, expertise है. Immediately that thought process. You understand, girls? Immediately that thought process. He फटाक से 2 सेकंड में आना चाहिए. अरे इसको मैं कैसे कैप्चर करूं? Yeah, so I think he should definitely do that. But very importantly, he needs to judge. आपका जो लैंड है उसके आसपास कोई पेट्रोल पंप रहेगा, सीधा जाइए पेट्रोल कंपनी, ऑयल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग OMC में, BPCL में जाइए, HPCL में जाइए, पूछिए उनको ये पेट्रोल पंप वाले का क्या सेल है. If that sale is more than 200 to 300 KL per day, okay, then it's very easy. आपको automatically margins आ जाएंगे. You will take 6 months to 1 year to learn the business, but don't worry, it's an awesome business for the next 10 years to 15 years at least.
Sir, actually someone also opened their petrol tank. Now we are regretting.
अरे देखो मेरे जैसे सेम
प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि सर गवर्नमेंट पूरा फोकस इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल.
बट व्हाई डू यू थिंक आप रिग्रेट कर रहे हो? नो, डोंट रिग्रेट. फाइंड अनदर पार्सल ऑफ लैंड इन अनदर प्लेस, लीज करो उसको, बाय करो. सॉरी, डोंट बाय लैंड. whatever, make sure you buy, look for another parcel of land. Start. Tell your father.
Okay, sir.
If he needs any advice, if you need any help, let me know. I'm available always for IIEBM students only.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Done? Please. Yeah. Give her the mic, someone. Wow.
Whenever I ask them,
Sad.
so they said like we are not coming
Yeah.
again. So what are the qualities there which is not in India? What are the special qualities so that we can also inherit here? And everyone was like, अब हम India से नहीं जाना चाहते.
No, I'll tell you, see, the biggest difference in between studying abroad and studying and staying and doing business here is it's extremely easy, but there is a limit. You will take, for example, where I am today. If I had, I would have started abroad, wherever, even in London. It would have taken me ages to come to the level I am today. And I'll tell you what I tell all my friends, a very, very big neurosurgeon in the United States is just trying to set up his practice here, and he's trying to come here. You know why? 15 years there, citizenship hai, his children have citizenship, everything. Jay, I'm talking about Akshay. You know why he wants to come here? Biggest reason, you are the king here. There you are no one. कोई पहचानता नहीं है आपको. 5 साल हो जाए, 10 साल. I was there for about 3 years. I went to Hong Kong. I stayed there for 1 year. No one knows you. No one. यहाँ पे आप एक फ़ोन लगा दो, जय सर ऐसी प्रॉब्लम है, इमीडिएटली जय सर विल मूव ऑन. आप आपके दोस्त को बोल दो ऐसा है यार, ये लफड़ा है यार, ये परेशान कर रहा है बंदा मेरे को, फाइन, उसको बोल दिया. यू आर द किंग हियर. एंड सेकेंडली, मोर देन बीइंग द किंग, और ऐसे चल सकते हो आप यहाँ पे. You're from Uttarakhand, right? In Pune also you'll be walking like this. Why? Because this is India. I go to Bombay, I go to Delhi, also still I'm walking with my collars high. Why? Confidence. There you don't have any confidence. Zero confidence. Only life is very easy. Life is very easy in case you have some outstanding skill, like for example, you're a neurosurgeon or a management graduate from XYZ university with so many this marks behind you or whatever, excellence, extreme excellence, then maybe some company will somewhere take you. But otherwise, why go behind something where you have a 1% chance or a 2% chance? यहाँ पे you have 100% chance. यहाँ पे बस एक ही चीज़ है, थोड़ी सी मेहनत ज़्यादा लगेगी. पर वो पहले मेहनत करने के बाद आपकी लाइफ उससे 10 नहीं 50 गुना 100 गुना ज़्यादा बेटर रहेगी. Like right now, I have people from abroad, from all over the world, thinking and telling me, यार Piyush, please, we need 1,000 crores. ये कुछ तो करा दे, ये हमको यहाँ ये चाहिए, ये कुछ करा दे, ये इक्विटी करा दे, ये डेट करा दे. You know, so many. I have a friend who very recently financed Subroto Roy with 13,000 crores. He got him out about 4 years ago. Very close friend. This is the network we build here. There, to build that network, you will take ages. I have experienced that. And that's why I'm sharing this experience with you. You come here, you work say for 1 or 2 years or couple of years, at the same time you're thinking, yaar meko kya karna hai? You wouldn't know probably today. Tomorrow you will. Maybe day after you will. Maybe after a year you'll know. Maybe when you're working you'll know. कहाँ कौन सी idea आपको click हो जाए, you can never ever imagine in your life. Never. So the life there, why your cousins don't want to come back? They used to the easy life. Very easy. You go to work, say for example in the States, you go to work at 6, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock you're back home, 6:37 is dinner time, and that's it. A couple of beers and that's it. So, उसमें मजा क्या है? We are all Indians. You know, we were born with such ancient history, so much behind us. Look at Modi ji, you know, the superpower he's becoming. Madness. Like I was seeing a clip on YouTube in the morning or yesterday. You know, Modi ji was being welcomed at the White House. Yeah? My God, goosebumps. Goosebumps. Do you get that goosebumps? London mein reh ke? No. Not at all. And I'll tell you, you'll say कि हाँ ये पीयूष सर तो साला लंदन घूम के आए अभी बात कर रहे हैं. You're right. You know, our parents also, ये करके वो करके सब करके, you know, चूहा चला हज चला ऐसा, you know, but those experiences are very important, because what happens is, otherwise you'll end up wasting 10 years of your life like me. I wasted so much time. UK जाके, I'll tell you, इतना गाली आता है that I wasted all those years. Instead, I would be in Pune or Bombay, you know. I would have been much better. I would do 10 more businesses here. Yeah, but you know, you should get out of your home. That was important. Because आपकी जो दूरदृष्टि है, you know, you all are all in Pune. Jay's Institute, Jay Sir's Institute, IIEBM will actually open your eyes up. जो हम ऐसे रहते हैं ना, वो ऐसे हो जाते हैं. You'll start looking at your friend differently. You'll start looking at your friend from a different perspective, from any business or anything you're doing every day in your day-to-day routine will change. You'll start looking at it from a totally different perspective. ऐसे खुल जाएंगे वो घोड़े के ये रहते हैं ना, what do you call them? I don't know, you call them something. And वो ऐसे हो जाते हैं. And that's what happened to me when I studied. I went to worked in Bombay. I went to worked in London. You all have come to Pune. You all have the opportunity. Today Pune is grown leaps and bounds. It's grown so much opportunity is there, so much. I'll tell you, this is the potential. I'm giving you all a target, or rather a task. You all come up with ideas. Okay, this is a challenge I'm giving. Sir, open challenge I'm giving. You all come up with ideas. Let's see how many people come up with ideas within a couple of months. We'll give them period. I don't know your syllabus and your exam schedules, but you all come up with ideas. Let's see who comes up with what ideas and how many entrepreneurs can I see in this batch. Done? Sajid, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you for sharing your views with the students, sir. I'm sure students will get to seek the opportunity in every situation, and now they'll have a different perspective at every situation. And I believe, yes, we take up the challenge of coming up with ideas in the coming months. Thank you, sir. We are looking forward to have you again. Thank you.